So here we have the Nissan Qashqai 1.2N connector on a 17 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through a few of the controls on the inside. But from the outside you can see it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels and tinted windows. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. So as we approach the back of the car, you'll see we have reversing sensors. This car's also got a 360 parking camera, which I'll show you when we're inside the car. Plenty of boot space, as you can see, along with that 60-40 split folding rear seat. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of the car, you can see that it's in great condition the whole way round. Just briefly before I climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. These seats are as good as new. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, so now that we're inside the car, we're going to start off with the dials. On the right hand side we have the speedometer and fuel gauge, and on the left hand side we have the rev counter. In the middle you can see the total miles for this car are 15,526. The information displayed above that can be changed using buttons on the steering wheel for various different pieces of information and different menus. And the button I'm using at the moment is this one just here. We have stereo controls over on the left. And on the right hand side we have cruise control with speed limiter and the ability to answer and end phone calls down the bottom there. That is of course once you paired up the phone, and that's done on the central display over here. So we've got a few options buttons on the right and left hand side, but predominantly the screen itself is touch screen. So you can see, you can look at radio stations, for example. You can change your frequency from AM to FM or to DAB. So plenty of choice in terms of radio. And once you've done that, or you want to listen to something else, we have a CD player, we have auxiliary input, USB input, and you can stream music wirelessly via Bluetooth audio as well. So once you pair up your phone, not only will you be able to make and receive phone calls, but you can also listen to your music. This car also has satellite navigation. There's a full video showing that working on our website and our Facebook page, which is well worth checking out. And it has a 360 parking camera. So you can see there, the image on the right hand side is a reverse camera image. The image on the left is a kind of bird's eye view of where the car is currently parked. It goes one step beyond that. You can have a front facing camera with the bird's eye view, or a front facing camera and the front passenger side wheel. So with all of those cameras combined, it really does make it very easy to park this car. We then have dual zone climate control, so you can adjust the temperature independently on either side of the car. Fan speed in the middle, press that button to turn the air conditioning on, or hit auto and the car will maintain those temperatures for you by taking control of the fan speed itself. You can override auto by adjusting the fans accordingly. Underneath that we have a 12-volt charging socket and the electronic handbrake, a 6-speed manual gearbox, and then all the way back in the central armrest a second 12-volt charging socket, the USB and auxiliary inputs. The last thing I wanted to briefly touch on is the panoramic glass roof on this car. Hit a button up here and this sunblind will open all the way to the back, so to the rear seats essentially. And as you can see, when it's fully open, it lets in a huge amount of extra light. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.